Hey everyone, I'm the Absent-Minded Gamer and welcome back to Empire of Sin. Now, in the last episode, when we attacked Saltus's safe house here, the game crashed. So I played it again offline, attacked it again, and the game crashed. Which is rather disappointing. However, I thought that, I felt I had to do one last video just to give my thoughts on the game. So because of this bug, we are going to stop here. But yeah, I didn't want to leave it at that. So, what do I think of the game? Well, I love it, to be honest. Bugs and all. So we have hit a few bugs, can't deny that. This was our second crash. Previous one we were able to carry on. We just redid it and didn't get the crash. Perhaps if I redid this again, I wouldn't get the crash. I don't know. But yeah, so the game does have bugs. Bear that in mind. And it is a little bit easy. Once you get a good squad together like we have, even on boss difficulty, which is what we're playing on, there isn't a massive challenge. The only challenge really is in those, if you go for a safe house and don't, let all the reinforcements come in, it makes it a little bit more exciting, a little bit of jeopardy, and I like that. Any other battle, there is zero risk, so yeah. It would be nice if they improved the combat AI. And I think they could do that fairly easily. The AI does a couple of things which are really bad in combat. It puts its units into Overwatch far too often rather than just taking the shot. It wastes turns healing rather than taking the shot. Puts suppressing fire rather than taking the shot. If it just shot more, and especially if it concentrated fire, it would be a lot more dangerous. But it doesn't, which is a shame. But the rest of the game, it's just surprisingly addictive. Painting Chicago your colour, taking out the bosses, especially the early game, where there is still a lot of challenge in all the battles. Yeah, it's really enjoyable. So I like it. I like the economic side, building up your cash, your income. We could definitely have done that better. I feel, if we turtled a little bit early on, maybe not gone quite so gung-ho against some of the bosses, and not bought some of the, like we put off, say, buying R and Elsie a little bit longer, we could have bought some of the $100,000 loan shark buildings, because each one of those gives you an income of about 10,000 a month, which is huge. Get a few of those and you start snowballing the income, which is what we were starting to do towards the end here. I feel certainly with Maxim that's the way to go. Possibly though, even with the other bosses, we'll have to see. I mean, Maxim obviously gets bonuses on the loan shark buildings. They start off at with an extra level. He's got these unique buildings to give an extra 10% on top of that as well. So all that does help, but I think those buildings are pretty good anyway. Especially the large ones, maybe not so much the small loan shark buildings, because you can only have a single one in each precinct. So yeah, that's really good. I liked the ability to hire lots of different mercenaries with different abilities, trying to look for nice synergies. Healing is probably what makes combat a little bit overpowered at the moment. If you go in with, I mean, we had 3 healers, so Rocco, Diana, and Natalie. And yeah, maybe if we restricted ourselves not to doing that, to make it harder. But yeah, I mean, I loved R. I mean, R was, you know, a monster in combat. Elsie as well, she proved really good, especially in melee. Much more so than I was expecting. So, because we only hired her for her leadership ability, so we wanted to make her an underboss. Because we had a mission, I think, to make someone an underboss. But yeah, she proved well worth her hiring cost. So yeah, what else? Yeah, I would have if we had upped our income, then we could have maybe explored Max's ability to buy out our opponents, so not gone the violent route, just snowballed the income, bought out the opposition, and I think that's definitely a viable option for Maxim. If I play this again, which I probably will do offline, I might try doing that. I suspect that will work pretty well. You probably have to take 1 or 2 bosses at the beginning, and then after that you've got the territory, and you can just snowball your income and win via your economy. So yeah, there you go. I mean, I would love for better sort of overviews of your income. So on the PC at least, we only seem to have this screen, and it's very hard to see, what is, what building types, what buildings are making your income. I mean, yeah, we get a summary for each precinct, but they could do better, some pretty graphs would be nice. But other than that, yeah, I love the game. I hope they carry on improving it, bring out more DLCs. If they do, I'll be playing it. If there's interest, I will cover it again on the channel. So I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. If you've watched through the whole series, then that's fantastic. If you just come in for the conclusion or just watch the odd few, then I still appreciate it. And if you want to leave likes and comments, that always helps the channel. So thank you again, and I will see you in the future, no doubt.